You know what nobody tells you about marriage? That sometimes the vows you say out loud are only half the story, while the real truth hides in the shadows. My name is Marissa. I'm 32, and I stayed with my friends with benefits through my entire marriage. For 10 years, I thought I was clever, thought I had everything under control. But now, my husband Ethan is humiliating me with a divorce so perfectly timed it feels like he spent a decade setting a trap just for me. It all started back in college. Ryan was my first everything. First boyfriend, first lover, first best friend, who understood me down to the bones. We never really ended, not properly. Even when we broke up officially, we kept circling back. FWB, we called it. Friends with benefits. But that word friends carried so much weight. He was my safe place, my comfort, the part of me that never grew up. Then came Ethan. My parents adored him. Stable job, great family, ambition. He was the kind of man they wanted for me, the kind of man who ticked all the boxes. I told myself marrying him was the smart choice, security, respectability, approval. But in the quiet corners of my life, Ryan still lived. He never left. I never let him go. I told myself it was harmless. Ethan had the public version of me, the wife, the partner, the daughter they all wanted me to be. Ryan had the hidden version, the passion, the intimacy, the secrets. I thought I was balancing it perfectly. Ethan gave me stability. Ryan gave me fire. Together, they gave me everything. The prenup was supposed to be protection. My parents insisted on it, spelling out terms so strict they almost felt insulting. If Ethan and I divorced before 10 years, I would keep my assets untouched. After 10 years, everything split, unless fidelity was broken. Ethan signed with a smile, no hesitation. I thought it was trust. What I didn't know was that it was calculation. For 8 years, I perfected my double life. A secret credit card for hotel rooms, a fake email just for Ryan. Business trips that were actually long weekends tangled up in his sheets. Excuses rehearsed until they sounded natural. Ethan never questioned me, never pried, and the longer he stayed silent, the more confident I became. I started to believe I was untouchable. I even told myself Ryan made me a better wife, because with him fulfilling my needs, I could give Ethan patience, affection, and calm. But the truth? Ethan wasn't clueless. He was watching. Our 10th anniversary was like a dream. Ethan booked a fancy resort, massages, wine tastings, long dinners under candlelight. He talked about starting a family. For the first time in years, I almost believed in us again. I thought maybe this double life could fade. Maybe I could close the chapter with Ryan and build something real with Ethan. But 3 days later, reality smashed through my front door. A man in a suit handed me divorce papers, 10 years and 1 day after our wedding. The envelope was heavy, stuffed with more than legal jargon. Inside were receipts, photographs, phone records, even witness statements. Proof of a decade-long affair. My affair. My secret life laid bare on paper. I sat there numb, my mind racing. How? How could Ethan have all this? I'd been careful, meticulous. He'd never questioned me, never raised suspicion. How could he have built a case this strong? That night, when Ethan came home, he was calm, cold. I slammed the papers onto the table, my voice breaking as I demanded answers. He looked at me the way someone looks at a puzzle they've already solved and simply said, "It's time, Marissa." That's when I learned the truth. He'd known. For almost the entire marriage. 6 months after Ryan and I reconnected, Ethan figured it out. And instead of confronting me, he waited. Patiently. Quietly. Collecting every slip, every receipt, every late-night call. For nearly a decade, he built his case brick by brick, biding his time until the prenup flipped in his favor. I thought I was outsmarting him. Turns out he was playing a longer game. The fallout was instant. My parents were horrified. My mother's first words were, "Is it true?" When I admitted yes, the silence on the line told me everything. Disappointment, heavier than any anger. My father's voice was clipped, final. "We trusted you, Marissa." Ryan didn't save me either. He wanted answers I couldn't give. Had I ever planned to leave Ethan? Or was he just the convenient secret I clung to because I was too afraid to choose? When I couldn't promise him a future, he walked. The man I'd kept in my life at the cost of everything else was gone too. Meanwhile, Ethan thrived. To the world, he was the patient husband who endured betrayal with dignity. The man who waited until justice was on his side. He walked away with the house, the savings, the respect of everyone who heard our story. People praised him for being strategic, admired him for his restraint. Me? I was branded the villain, the cheating wife who lost it all. I live now in a one-bedroom apartment, surrounded by the echo of my own choices. My career took a hit. Clients don't trust someone whose personal life looks like a tabloid scandal. My parents speak to me out of duty, but the warmth is gone. Ryan is just a ghost of what once was. And Ethan? He's moved on. Dating a woman who doesn't split her heart in half, who doesn't build her life on lies. The cruelest part is knowing Ethan was smarter than me the whole time. I thought I was clever, juggling two lives without consequence. But while I was playing games, he was playing chess. Every late night he encouraged, every trip he never questioned. It wasn't trust. It was evidence. He let me write my own downfall while he held the pen for the ending. And here I am, humiliated, stripped bare, realizing I never had control at all. The truth is, I stayed with my FWB through my whole marriage because I thought I could have it all: love, security, passion, stability. But in the end, I lost everything. Ethan didn't just divorce me. He destroyed the illusion I built. With timing so exact, it feels less like justice and more like execution. And maybe that's the hardest lesson of all. Sometimes the person who looks forgiving isn't forgiving at all. They're just waiting for the perfect moment to watch you fall.